So welcome back to Judy's Keto Kitchen. Today, in anticipation of Thanksgiving, Christmas, and turkey time, I'm making a keto cranberry chutney. 25 years ago, when Carl and I got married, one of my cousins gave me a New England cookbook, and in there was a cranberry chutney recipe. And I'd made that recipe every year since we were married. And about 8 years ago, when we became keto, I'm like, how do I make this recipe keto so that we can enjoy it on Thanksgiving? The original recipe, of course, called for a lot of sugar and raisins, so I ketofied it, and we've been having this recipe for the past 8 years since we started eating keto. I've also canned it so that we can have it year-round because you can really only find cranberries this time of year. So I pressure canned some so that we can have it all year long. It goes great with turkey, great with pork, good with lamb, and chicken, actually just about everything. So here's how to make keto cranberry chutney. You start off with 1/4 cup of water in a medium-sized saucepan. To that, you add 1/2 cup of xylitol. Now, as we've mentioned before, we can only use xylitol and stevia. You could probably use allulose. I'm not sure about erythritol. It might get crystally. If you have dogs, either be very careful or don't use xylitol. We have cats, and I'm extremely careful whenever I use xylitol. They are not allowed in the kitchen when I have xylitol. And again, it's xylitol made from birch is what I use. And to that, we have 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. It gives it a nice little tangy flavor. 1/2 cup of chopped walnuts. I've pre-measured. This is 1/2 cup of walnuts. 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne, or more or less depending on what you like. We like it a little hot, so it's 1/4. I'm going to put in a little more than 1/4 teaspoon because we like it nice and hot, but not too hot. You've got the sweet and the hot, similar to my jalapeno jelly. Then also 1/4 teaspoon of ginger will give it a little heat as well. And 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. Oops. And then finally, 2 cups of cranberries. I was so excited when cranberries were finally available in the grocery store. I've been looking for weeks, but now they're finally there. It's easier to cut this open. This is ocean spray, but I also got some at Walmart, which were non-GMO cranberries. So I think I'll be using those from now on. Sometimes it's just disaster area, but we survived. And then I got this new burner so that I can cook right on my table. So we'll put this on the burner, turn it on to medium. So I do it for 1 hour to 2 hours. It's going to depend on how long it takes. I've also put this in my slow cooker and left it in there for a couple hours. So we'll come back and check this out in an hour, and I'll check it in an hour and see how it goes. And then we'll be back when it's done. So my chutney has been cooking for 1/2 hour, and it didn't take long. Part of it, I think, is I have, we moved into this house. It has a gas oven, and it cooks faster. So this is the chutney all done. I sometimes double or triple the recipe because it depends on how big your family is and how much of this you want to eat. But oh wow, that looks good. So if you notice, all the cranberries are broken up. It's nice and it's gelled. It will get gel even more once it's cool. You can have this hot or cold. And I just need to try this. I love this. I'll take a small bite because I normally take big bites, and then you see me chewing and chewing and chewing. So I'm going to try to take smaller bites, but you know, it's not easy. Mmm. Mmm, mmm, mmm. Not too sweet. It's got a little crunch from the walnuts. Oh, this is delicious. We're having chicken tonight. This is going to go great with our chicken. So, ketofied cranberry chutney for any time.